Hey guys, what's up? My name is AJ and welcome back to the channel. Today, I just feel like it's one of those days where everything is literally just attacking me just from every different way. And so last night I was laying in bed, with my girl, just hanging out watching a movie. And all of a sudden, like my nose, it just felt weird. So I was like, alright, what's going on? And then I moved my nose around like this, and I just get like severe anxiety, and like I start having a panic attack where I felt like I was gonna trip out. And so I went to sleep and I woke up and I was feeling okay. I started watching YouTube, and then, oh look, it's Kitty. Little kitty cat decided to join. But anyways, I woke up and decided to, just watch some YouTube as I normally do and just relax. And then my heart starts going and I just feel a good panic attack. And I decided to get out of the house. But really, I think like what's going on is I really miss my family and friends. I'm like 400 miles away, and I mean, my aunt does live here, and so does my grandma, but I mean, it's just not the same. Just really why I'm making this video is I want someone to talk to, just someone that will understand like the shit that I go through, and I'll explain to you why I have these issues. So a few years ago, I decided to smoke ganja, weed, pot, whatever you want to call it. And it was fun. It was fun for a lot of the time. Like I had fun with my friends and stuff like that. And the first trip I had, actually, this cat won't leave me alone, so I'm just sitting here petting it. But anyways, the first trip I have, I'm sitting in a chair, I already smoked like a good few hitters and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, my heart starts going crazy. It's just beating really fast like this. And I start to freak out. And what happened was, like, I felt fire in my heart. And then all of a sudden, I feel like this burst of, like, just hot fucking lava just shoot through my arms, my legs, all the way to my head. And when that happened, I started tripping out for, felt like a good hour or two. And then I asked my friend, I was like, hey, is this supposed to happen? And he's like, yeah, you're just really paranoid. And I was like, okay. And so I continue to smoke for a good year after that. And one night my friends are with me and we're all smoking together. And I keep hitting it, like, just try to get as big of hits as I can. And so what happened was I have the trip sensation that night, and I start tripping out, and I pray to God, I say, please help me get through this right now, and if I survive, I will never do it again. And so I'm sitting there tripping, and then I go to sleep, and my best friend's mom gets there, and we're all hanging out, and I decide to go home, and I stand up and walk, and I'm like, wait, and I look around like, what the fuck's going on? And I immediately start tripping balls like hard as fuck, and I'm walking home, and I'm tripping so hard that I saw this lady standing on her porch, and I honestly like wanted to kill somebody. I was tripping that hard. And that is the most scariest thing I've ever felt in my life. Like, tripping is my fear, and that's how I feel today and last night. Now after I tripped and I went home, it felt like I was tripping still for like a good week or two. And so I stayed in my mom and dad's room every night. And basically what it did is I feel like it fried something in my brain somewhere that I don't know. And like I get severe anxiety a lot, and people say they have anxiety, whatever, you know, that's cool, but the anxiety I have is when I look at this camera and I look at scenery and stuff like that, like scenery like that, like that. I just got someone on camera and they have no idea. But when I look at scenery and stuff like that, it's almost like I can see everything fine, but when it comes back into my brain to like recognize what it is, it's like it's not there. And lately I've been trying to figure out what part of my brain I fried and what like why I'm like this. And people say that I smoke spice, but really spice wasn't out that time. Spice was not out when like I started feeling like this. So basically when I sit here and talk to you guys, it really helps me to get all this stuff out that I normally don't tell anybody. Now, I don't want you guys to be like, oh, AJ used to smoke weed, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's such a bad person. No, I don't want it to be like that. Really, what I want to do is I don't really care if I do get famous in the future and make all this kinds of money. I don't personally care about that. It's really about what I can produce on a video for you guys, that what you like and what you don't like. And it really just helps me easier to talk to people in person. And honestly, I think I've grown my channel like insanely well. Like I started with nothing and now I got people viewing my videos all over the world, and mostly friends and family, I do believe. But really, I love every single one of you guys. And I really thank you guys for the support and everything that you do. But really, when it comes down to it, I really miss home. I miss my mom and dad and sister and brothers. I miss my friends a lot. Because I know, since I'm here, that I really don't have a way to get back home and visit. My aunt did call a few days ago and asked this guy at the Rite Aid if he had any like opening positions. He's like, yeah, you know, we're down a few people, and this guy's working like 12-13 hour shifts a day at a fucking grocery store. So he's like, yeah, get this guy down here and I'll talk to him. I went down there and I basically had an interview in like 10 minutes. So all I had to do was go on the computer, fill out like an online application, and I go in there Saturday, and basically I for sure have the job. So I'm gonna be asking for full time when I talk to this guy and see if I can get $9 an hour. Today is just one of those days where I can keep my shit together, but at the same time, it's like everything is attacking me from different directions, like anxiety, paranoia, fucking just the realism of the fucking world, because they say we only use about 10% of our brain, and our brain, the amount of storage and like things that we can remember in our brain is fucking crazy. But the reason why I believe, in my opinion, why we don't really think for ourselves is because jobs, video games, music. I mean, music does help us like think for ourselves of the different types of things that they're trying to tell us. And the reason why I'm looking off in every direction and not looking at the screen is because sometimes, like, I'm trying to think also, and I get I do get nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very quiet guy. I don't talk to many people, so that's why I started making YouTube, because I feel like it's gonna help me a lot. And also, the reason why we don't think of ourselves that much is because it's like our companies is trying to keep us, also the government, and yes, the United States is supposed to be the best country in the world, but I do believe now that everything is getting worse and worse, and you see all these fucking crimes being committed, and all the killings, and just the statue of the guy that was like, had the slaves or something like that in one of these states. Just like people are trying to tear it down. It's like, if it's been up this fucking long, why all of a sudden now you want to tear it down? It's just riots and a bunch of shit, but it's mostly the government wants to keep us like controlled, so we're not thinking for ourselves and finally come to like we all join together and just stop the government from all the bullshit and just bring them down. They don't want that. They want to keep us slaves. So yes, I know I went to like telling you about my day and then going to this subject, but actually now that I've made this video, I do feel a lot better. So if you guys are still listening to me blabber about my day and why we don't use 100% of our brains, you guys hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel, because I do have 15 subscribers and I'm so proud right now. My goal right now is to get about, I would say about 25 subscribers by next year, 2018. And I know 25 subscribers isn't a lot to most of you, but really when I look at my channel and I look at my views, it really makes me know that I'm doing something good and I'm making progress in something. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me that thumbs up, and if you don't, that's okay. You can hit that thumbs down. I really don't give a shit. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it.